Welcome to High Anxiety. This is Brandon, and while it seems like TMNT Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is my entire life, it is not. But it is my afterlife. It is my heaven. So today I am in Turtle Heaven, and that is because at the PlayStation State of Play presentation that they do periodically, a game made its debut. We all know that the TMNT Shredder's Revenge is coming very shortly this year, and can't wait to play it. But what have we been waiting for? We've been waiting for all of our old nostalgic TMNT games to come to our modern day consoles, and that's what we have with the Cowabunga Collection. So we're gonna watch it here, and then we're gonna break it down.
I'm not sure I understand.
I don't know what you're talking about. First of all, we've got teen. I'm wondering if the teen is because a tournament fighter. I'm not really sure where the mild blood is, but my kids will for sure be playing this with me, and they're very young, so we're not going to worry about that. I'm also going to slow this playback down, and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna set this slow back speed to about 0.5%. And we're gonna go. All right, so right off the bat, we're gonna mute it first. We don't want that. Okay, so right off the bat, this was a PlayStation announcement, but it is not just coming to PlayStation. It's coming to all consoles. I don't know at the time of this recording. I don't know if they announced if it is everyone at the exact same time or if it's coming to PlayStation first and then it's going to Switch and Xbox. I don't know. But what I do know is that it is coming to PlayStation, and I'm likely going to, I don't know, I want to get it on like a HD console. I don't know why, because they're not HD games, but I also want to get it on Switch for the handheld reasons, and so we'll see. I don't know where I go yet, but we'll see what it costs. So immediately, this is just so pleasing. Cowabunga Collection just brings you back to your childhood. It's just fantastic. So the lid opens up and it says captured on PS5. But here we go. We start off, and this is the Ninja Turtles game on the Game Boy, and this is, I think, the second one. I only played the first one, and I really loved it. So I don't know. This is not the first one because the first one did not have like helicopter nunchucks. So I have to see it. I don't think this is the first one, unless I just didn't get that far. So here we have the Manhattan Project. Manhattan Project was the third Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game on the NES, and it's the one I played the least, but I remember having nothing but great memories, and it had great villains like Dirtbag, and it had Bullseye in it, which is really cool. I think it had Token Razor also. So when I was going through this is where I saw, hey, this is the Super Nintendo version, and you or Genesis. This might be Hyperstone Collection. I think Hyperstone Collection has that black frame at the top because Genesis was inferior, and that's a fact. Just kidding. But I think this is the Hyperstone project because first of all, you notice that there are two players. the arcade had 4 players. Regardless of what was at the top, it was always sectioned off so you could join in. So you'll see that coming up soon. So I think this is still Hyperstone Heist. I've never played Hyperstone Heist. I really am going to. I'm excited to try it because I know there's exclusive villains like you fight Tatsu, which is really cool. Here we have the arcade Turtles in Time. As you can see across the top, there are the 4. Sorry, it's gone. There are the 4 players that you can play. So Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael. But yeah, you can see that there's 4 players on the screen. So this is the arcade version of the game. So that's really cool because I've been on the fence. I want to buy that arcade system, the 1-Up arcade that has Turtles in Time and Turtles the Arcade, but it's like $700 now. So I'm not going to do that. This looks like the first one. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. No, this is the second. This is the exact same game they showed. But here we have the arcade game. So this is Turtles TMNT, the arcade game. This is the actual arcade game. And I say that because the NES version was also called the arcade game, but you'll see it's a lot different. Actually, I don't know if it's on this game, on this preview, but it is on the game. Here's Manhattan Project again. This was always cool because when the black screen at the very bottom, when you didn't have 2 players, it had that little turtles. They hold up the turtle sign. It's really cute. And this game was cool because it had like special attacks, and I think like Leonardo did like the chainsaw. I think Michelangelo or Raphael did like the Raiden from Mortal Kombat like spin. But yeah, so this was always that's such a cool game. So we have this graphics that are kind of lame, to be honest. It's fine. We're not here for that. But then we have Tournament Fighter. I think this is the Super Nintendo or Genesis version. I don't know the difference, but I say that because when you get to the actual arcade one, it looks visually strikingly different. So here we have Turtles Arcade again. They show this because these are the 2 biggest draws. Everyone's going to be super excited to play this. And what people will probably play first to begin with. We have another lame visual. It's terrible. It looks so terrible. I hate it. Anyway, so we got Manhattan Project again. There's Razor. I always thought that was so funny. It looks kind of like if you saw Razor like Disney World, how like the head is bigger than what it should be. But yeah, Toka and Razor were definitely in this game, and it was pretty fun to see them in that because they were in the cartoon, but for 1 episode. But yeah, it was cool to see them outside of the movie and outside of your figures. So here's more Manhattan Project. There's Dirtbag. He was always cool. See, as you can see, you wait for him to strike his axe in the concrete, and then you attack him. So here's Turtles in Time, and this is the arcade game. This is the Super Nintendo Turtles in Time game. You can see that the visuals go all the way through the screen. There's no black bar at the top. So this is the Super Nintendo version. And this is the one I always played. And the Super Nintendo version actually has different levels than the arcade version of Turtles in Time. And then Hyperstone Heist has a lot more different levels. They have, I think in each arcade game and the Super Nintendo game, they have 10 levels, but I think there's like a few that are different. Where Hyperstone's Heist has 5 levels, but they're longer from what I read. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, I love Turtles in Time. It's such a great game. But here's Tournament Fighters, and these visuals you can tell are very different. I think this is either the Genesis or the arcade. I really don't know. I honestly didn't know there was an arcade version of Tournament Fighters. I thought it was strictly console. But you can see the visuals are very different from what they were earlier. So they're not going to write Genesis version on the trailer because this is a PlayStation one. So there's no descriptors. See, I can't. I think that looks like Genesis. Sorry for the coughing. It looks like Genesis because it's very. I'm just gonna say it looks like Genesis graphics. Okay, so I do like, if you look at that, I like how the fighters go over the black bar and over the letters. You can see Michelangelo's head went over his titles. Yeah, this is definitely a Genesis version. No offense, Genesis fans. This feature's cool. I'm going to try my best not to use it because I want to be able to play through it as it's intended. But I'm old and my skills are getting worse, and that's just where we are. So I'll probably be saving. I really don't want to rewind. I really want to play the game without rewinding, but here we are. Sorry, I've been talking all day, and now I'm talking again, so I apologize for the coughing. And here we go. This is what shouldn't excite me, but it does. It really excites me to see the original NES game that I played as a kid until the second one came out, and then I never played this one again because it was too hard for my baby self. So I'm excited to try again and see if I can get past the bomb level in the waterfall dam. I've never beaten that, so I want to do it again. I want to try it and see where we go. But yeah, that's the arcade or the NES original game. So here we have Tournament Fighters again, and I just ripped on the Genesis graphics, and here we go with what I forgot existed was the NES version of Tournament Fighters. So I don't think there is an arcade version. I think it's Genesis, Super Nintendo, and then the arcade or the NES. So I misspoke before when I said the arcade. I saw 3 titles on the list, but this is bad. And keep in mind, this is in slow motion, so it is slower than what the game actually looks like, but it's bad. So here we have Turtles in Time. This is the arcade version. You have the 4 characters on the top. You have 4 fighters at once, where the Super Nintendo was limited to 2 fighters. You see Toka and Razor, just fantastic. I can't wait to play this game again. I'm genuinely gonna play through the Super Nintendo and the arcade version, even though they are very similar, but there are differences. So if we go down here, you can see Turtles 2, Back from the Sewers. That's the Game Boy game. Fall of the Foot Clan. That was the Game Boy game. That was the first Game Boy game. I played that one a lot, and I loved it. So we're going to keep going. So we have Tournament Fighters, and I don't know if this is... I think they're just saying this is... I don't think they're going to break down by system. I think they're just... This is Tournament Fighters. So then we have the Manhattan Project. You can see there's clearly no Nintendo marks on any of these. These are all on Nintendo systems and Genesis, but Radical Rescue was the 3rd Game Boy game. I definitely never played it. That art is amazing. I love that Leonardo. I honestly don't know if I've ever seen that before, but I love that so much. There we have the arcade game, but this is definitely the Turtles 2 arcade game, so it's the Nintendo version of it. Here's the original version. That confused me. Why were they all wearing red bandanas? There we go. I just love it. It was fantastic. I love it. Okay, so that's the Genesis Tournament Fighters, I believe. I remember the Triceratops was on, I think it was on the Super Nintendo and Nintendo, but then this guy, I forget his name, Hothead, I think. I don't know, I'm sorry. He's on the Genesis version. So then we have Hyperstone Heist. I'm just joking. I'm going to play it. I'm going to love it. There we have the... So I went too far. So here we have the Super Nintendo Turtles in Time right here. You can see it, just tell by how it's horizontal. There we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. So it was different for each one. Okay, so that's definitely my mistake. But yeah, so Tournament Fighters have all of our different characters on it, and it's just this is so exciting. So there's 13 games in this collection. 13 games. I'm expecting it to retail probably around like $30. I don't know if it'll be a full. I can see them doing a full retail of 60, but my bet is somewhere between 30 and 50. I'd like it to be 30, especially since they're mostly they're all old games, but I could see them charging 50. I also can see them charging an HD tax. So PS5 and Xbox Series versions might be 60 or maybe 50, and the Switch version's 40, or the PS4 version's 40. I'm not sure. I don't think it's been announced yet. But here we are. I'm excited. Let me know if you're excited. It's really cool seeing Konami on a video game in 2022. Sorry if you're a video game fan, you know what I'm talking about. Konami has been dropping all video games, and it's really disappointing. But yeah, this is very cool, and I'm so excited. And I want to know what you're most excited about in this collection. What was your favorite game on this collection, and what are you looking forward to most on this collection? You can definitely be sure that I'll be streaming this on our Twitch channel, and I will definitely be uploading some videos to our YouTube. And maybe I'll have my kids play with me on some of these videos too. But here we are, 2022, the Cowabunga Collection. Thanks so much for coming by. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.